Ah, yes, the Star Wars masterpiece, The Acolyte. I'm kidding, it's not a masterpiece. Show sucks. We're now on the 8th episode of the first season. Let's wrap up all the plot lines and maybe have like a little character teaser at the end from some beloved, well-known Star Wars legend. Yeah, they do that. It's dumb. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I can't believe you're watching me review this trash, but I appreciate it. Before we get started, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know whenever I post new piece of content. Would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel as well. That would be great. Okay, so The Acolyte sucks. It has sucked the entire time. It continues to suck. This is one of the better episodes that they've done so far, probably. This is probably the second most action-packed episode as well. And the action here is pretty good when it's there. A couple decent fight scenes. Lightsabers are involved. Always a fan of that. Let's see. So, spoilers. Osha is now the bad guy. May gets her memory force wiped, which I didn't know was a thing. So we get a new power just dropped. New Star Wars force power just dropped. Apparently can selectively wipe memory. Wipes out May's memory all the way to when she's 8 years old. So now she doesn't remember anything. Last thing she remembers is the fire, which is kind of effed up. This after we have this like incredibly emotional and grueling and tear-filled reunion, the final reunion between Osha and May, and immediately he's like, hey, I could wipe your memory and you could come train with me to be evil. Okay, cool. And they make that decision in the span of like 15 seconds. These long separated sisters who haven't seen themselves in like a decade or more, all of a sudden, in the span of 15 seconds, that they really don't want to be sisters anymore, even though they're technically not sisters, they're like one person, which doesn't make any effing sense. You can wipe out one half of a person's memory. Like I said, it's dumb. It doesn't make any sense. So he wipes out May's memory, who then is like taken back by the Jedi, and also the Jedi are in trouble with the Senate because Sol was bad, and Green Lady completely throws his ass under the bus without hesitation to save her own hide. She can say it's about saving the Jedi, but it's not, because she's weird and dumb. And then, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, friggin' Yoda shows up at the end. Hey Yoda, it would have been really great to have you helping out at any point in the last 8 episodes. He shows up in what is literally like a 7-second scene. And then cut to black, and now we have to wait for season 2 of this trash. So The Acolyte sucks. It's not worth watching. I have no idea how they spent almost $200 million on this. I don't know who decides the way the money at Disney is spent. I really don't. If they went bankrupt in like a decade, I would not be surprised at all. They have completely mismanaged their funds. They have not made their money back on their initial Star Wars investment. They bought the IP in 2012, 2013, and they have not made that money back, which is crazy because they've had 5 movies and like 1 million TV shows, and they built a theme park at Disneyland and a theme park at Disney World and probably some at their international parks as well, and they still haven't made a dime of that money back. Crazy. But then I watch stuff like this and I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't want to watch this either. So yeah, not a fan of this. If I had to like rank the whole season, I would probably give it like a solid 3-4 out of 10. It's really not very good. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you liked it, found it helpful, subscribe to the channel. Also hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think of this trash, and I will see you next Wednesday where we get to talk about something else finally. 9 a.m. next week. Goodbye.